All right, Shalom. First thing and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rachahakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and hopeful elect. Shalom, Barakathum. And in 2025, I predict a lot of scoffing and naysaying will grind to an all-time low. And that includes camps that like to scoff against one another, that like to do a lot of the back and forth, namely camps like the Sakari and the Genesis and the ISUPKs of the world, that just love controversy, and because that's what they thrive on. They have what you call viewership-based income. Okay, I don't care if he knows the scriptures and can pull out a bunch of precepts and cut a Christian. If you have viewership-based income, all right, you have leaven, in your organization. Now it's not to say if you make money or brothers donate to you, that's wicked or anything. But a lot of what's going on is these guys are running businesses, okay, and the commodity for that business is controversy, man. Okay, this is why they like to sensationalize things and overhype things. This is why we got slandered and called all kind of, really slanderous words, because that gets Jake to watch. You can see the same phenomenon when you talk about, the so-called black woman, or if you go into particular topics, drama, and your congregations are eventually gonna dry up and wither away. Why? Because what's gonna happen is the real prophecies are gonna start coming to the earth, and then you're not gonna have an audience that are listening to you for that reason, because your audience is listening to you to be entertained, okay, or to figure out a way to make themselves feel better. This is not about lifting up your self-esteem, although that's part of it. That's not what it's about. It's about the rightful order being established in the earth, and the men of the Lord are on a mission to help usher that in. We're the heralds of Yahweh Shai. That's what this thing is about, man. All right, it's not about you satisfying your hatred because you had an encounter with a so-called white man. All right, that's not what it's about. This is much bigger than that. And although those are components of different things, all right, you can't make that. You can't not make the main thing the main thing. You know what I'm saying? And as the mark of the beast, the charagma, which is a hot topic right now, which always is with us, and as Nate starts to twist and turn and squirm and remix his doctrines, all right, a lot of these scoffers are gonna get quiet, man. A lot of these camps are gonna get quiet. A lot of the men on the comment board, which I already noticed that scoffers haven't been as active anymore lately. And it happens because what's going over there in the so-called Middle East. They're like, what's going on with that? World War III looks more and more likely every day, which is inevitable. All right, these chariots are in the sky now. People are starting to shut up, man. I remember, when I would watch a video, years and years ago, when I was like on the outside, just watching and trying to learn, I would see a bunch of scoffers in the comments. Now you still have them, obviously, but they've died down, and I expect that to dry up even more because the Lord is getting ready to visit this place. That's why Great Millstone is the only camp that stood the course, that endured and is enduring, despite of all of these, various events that are going on, without gimmicks, okay? Like that one Christian said, the GMS don't even have a logo, good. You don't need one, that this camps are a tool, all right, to disseminate the gospel, the message in an organized way. That's their purpose. Okay, that's why we organize into camps, is so we can coordinate the dissemination of the gospel correctly, the correct doctrine, okay? And so if you disagree with a camp, you shouldn't even be fellowshipping with them, man. This is why unity camps don't make no goddamn sense. For what? Unify for what? You know? The Lord is going to break up everything, you know, and so, you know, I foresee a lot of, you know, people that maybe they're not scoffing on the comment boards, but, you know, maybe it's just somebody you know at work that kind of know what you believe, or it's an ex or somebody. They're gonna come back around humble, all right? Because although you may see a small brief moment of prosperity before the Lord takes this place is going to this shit is gonna crash, man. This shit is gonna fall. All right, that's written. Ain't nothing nobody can do about it, man. So you might as well just get with the program, you know. And I've gotten into the habit of either ignoring the scoffer or just posting a precept, you know, in the comments, and just not going in or engaging them. Or if I think if it's a subject, you know, worth going into that was brought up, I may do a video later, kind of in response to that comment, you know. But for the most part, man, we're at the point where, you know, when the apostles got built up in their faith, you know, in the Lord, and they went out to do miracles, man, you know, with Yahushua. After Yahushua, man, they went out doing miracles, okay? And they were, and a lot of the elect were getting sealed in that moment, you know, and you know, in those days, and that is coming back, man. All right, and so, you know, I foresee two things happening: people coming back humble, and all of the haters just shutting up. There's some people, they won't come back and apologize. You know, there's too much pride in them to do that. So what they'll do is just act like it didn't happen. And good, go back in the world. But the Lord is going to remind you, people, every one of you that scoffed or said something, you thought it was benign, you thought it was a small matter. No, the Lord remembered it. He recorded it. Okay? And the Lord said he's gonna pay everyone back according to their ways. Okay? So the Lord is gonna bring your worst fears upon you, man. Okay? And it's gonna be at a moment where you think it's all good. The Lord said that, man. Imagine, it's kind of like Kobe. I believe it's Kobe. You know, he be you know, taking the ball down on offense, and the guy, the defender, he would be talking shit to him. He would tell him he going right, you know, before he goes right, and then he would go right anyway. It might have been Jordan. I'm about to mix the two up. You know, that's what the Lord doing when he's saying, look, I'm telling you it's gonna be. You're going to think it's all good, and then I'm going to take it. I'm telling you that now beforehand. And you know what's going to happen? Those people are still going to go out and enjoy their time. They're going to be in that spirit of marrying and giving in marriage, and then boom, just like the Most High said, it's going to happen. He's going to yank that shit from them, okay? They don't have it there. The Lord blinded them, man, okay? There's a group of people that the Lord just blinded, and you got to be okay with that, even if it's a family member, man. Even if it's a woman you love, you know, you got to make peace with that, you know? Because the Lord is not playing around. He's the ultimate judge. He knows who's right and who's not. Okay? And for you to get mad or get upset in your feelings about it, you know, you are basically insinuating that you know better. You know? So the time of judgment is here. All right. Watch out for you know, more remixes to the breakdowns and the doctrines. And they're not going to be the only camp, because they're not the only camp that go off on the main doctrine. I see him talking about. You know, ISUPK gonna have some answers, some questions as well to the answer. You know, about what the charagma is. You know, I want to see. You know, we can't wait to see how these scoffers and these other camps that are so quick to slander and just demean and then pretend like they're loving and with brotherhood. We're gonna see how they react. Okay, we're going to see what happens to their congregations, which we should already know the answer, you know. Anyway, I'll end it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rahak, Wadashalom, Kwam Yashra.